This is the Mirage Curse Tank Build Guide. This video will be in 3 parts. The first part is the build itself, the items, how and why that these items are the best. The second part is how this character works, how the skills interact, how you'll be playing this character, and then finally a full game with live commentary, not cherry-picked and not, oh, this is a really good match that we recorded. No, it is going to be just a match to show you how it works. I'm going to be commentating it with my thoughts of how and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's go. Now, before we get into the actual build, if you want to use this in your game client, just click this Browse Builds button at the top, click the public tab, type into the search Swole, and push enter, and you'll see the Swole Benji YT Curse Tank Mirage Build Guide. Go ahead and toggle that as a favorite. It'll show up in your favorites. Now, we're going to be buying left to right, top to bottom, with a few exceptions, and if you do use this in-game interface, then it'll also give you a skill order and upgrade order that will prompt you in the game as you play, making it real simple and easy. So let's go over why I have these specific items selected and in this specific order. So to start, we want to be able to jungle and clear mobs as fast as possible, and there's a few items that we want in order to do that, but also to lane harass, survive the lane, and even straight up dumpster the enemy if they don't build spirit resists. So, to do that, Cold Front is our very first buy, and the reason we buy this first is at 3 minutes into the game, and I'll show you. At 3 minutes into the game is when the small jungle camps spawn. You can steal your enemies and your own, and all you need to do is, let me go ahead and reset my character here so that I'm not like max level or anything of the sort, but with Cold Front and just like your basic Fire Scarab, all you have to do to kill the small jungle camp is Scarab it, and then Cold Front it, and that's it. So this very first item, you'll be able to get this as soon as 3 minutes hits, way earlier than that actually, and it lets you do the early jungle camps for more farm. Next up is Extra Spirit, because with Djinn's Mark, this thing scales like crazy with spirit power, and with Enchanter's Barrier, not only will this help you survive the early lane, it gives you 20 spirit power as long as you have some spirit shield. And just with these 3 items, you win the lane. Unless the enemy builds spirit resist or has insane sustain, or they sit behind cover the entire time, you win the lane with 3 items. Because as you're auto-attacking the enemy, you're stacking up Djinn's Mark, they die to this. If they get close to you, you Cold Front them, you Scarabs, you Tornado them, you Djinn's Mark them, they die. It's basically a free win. Now, at this point, the enemy is going to be yelling for help in their lane over voice chat, and you're going to get 2v1'd if you're the solo lane, or 3v2'd if you're in the duo lane, and that's where Alchemical Fire comes in. But also, with this item, you can now do the medium camps insanely fast. So, this is how you're going to defend Spirit Walkers early on. This is how you're going to push lanes or even kill the enemy tower super duper quickly. This is how you're going to jungle quickly. This thing, it does take a bit of time early on to buy, but you're going to have this very, very soon, especially with your lane dominating items and your early jungle advantage you'll have. Then after that, you'll get Basic Magazine, which we'll build into later, Sprint Boots, and Enduring Speed. These are all early buys that are really going to boost up your effective HP, your movement, your roaming, and then comes the slow part. We're going to save for Ricochet, but with all of this kit that you have, you're going to be clearing jungles, stealing the enemy jungles, getting kills, maybe depending on your elo and your skill level. If not, that's totally fine. But you're going to have Ricochet as early as 10 minutes. I put 12 here for the guide. Or as late as 15 minutes if you're doing absolutely horrible, and your jungles are getting stolen, and you're missing all your last hits, and the enemy is denying every single kill that you get. So, with Ricochet, this build really comes alive, but one thing we need with Ricochet is we want to shoot longer and more often. We also want more tankiness early on. So we get Titanic Magazine, because with Titanic Magazine, it gives us so much more ammo that we can continuously fire and stack Djinn's Mark without needing to reload. Then, Toxic Bullets comes next. This technically counts as spirit damage. The bleed damage is a spirit-based attack. You can even see the icon is purple. And with that, it starts to really stack up everything else. We have Mystic Vulnerability coming up with Escalating Exposure. So Toxic Bullets will trigger Escalating Exposure, which makes your Djinn's Mark explode for way more damage. But then finally, Mystic Reverb is going to basically take 50% of that damage and apply it again in a little bit, but also slow the enemy down. And at this point, when you have these items right here, and we're going to put Mystic Reverb on Djinn's Mark, At this point, the enemy team loses. They just lose the game. If they don't win the match before you get these, but you can get these as early as 20-25 minutes if you're doing really good. If you're doing terrible, 30 minutes, right? And after that, it's all about building up your power and your annoyance. So we get Surge of Power, we put that on Djinn's Mark, and this has a few uses. If we're running around randomly, we can just use our 3 ability and run faster. So we can get from jungle camp or, you know, roam around lanes. But also, it's if you're in a fight, when you cast Surge of Power, when Surge of Power is activated, you do not slow down when you shoot. So right now, I'm sprinting at 10 movement speed a second. When I shoot, I'm moving at 7.3 movement speed a second. But whenever I activate Surge of Power, I'm still sprinting. Well, now I'm at 12 movement speed a second, and I'm not slowing down when I shoot. So this is the primary reason we get Surge of Power this early. It gives you amazing chase potential. Not that you need it. You just need to chase someone down enough to apply enough Djinn marks until they explode and die 9 seconds later. It's really fun. It's the funniest thing. You're going to be cracking up playing this build. Now, next up, we get Improved Spirit and Boundless Spirit, and this is just way more damage on Djinn's Mark. Because at this point, the enemies are going to start reeling at your damage, and they're going to start building resists. Well, guess what? Boundless Spirit is a huge, massive power spike, okay? So without Boundless Spirit right now, with Basic Spirit, our Djinn's Mark is 73 times 12, okay? That's the damage multiplier when you upgrade it. So with Boundless Spirit, it's now 110 times 12. It's so nutty. Just just the one item technically. Then we go with Suppressor because we want to lower their fire rate when they take spirit damage, which is again from toxic bullets and later the explosion. Mystic Slow slows them down. I know Djinn's Mark slows them down, but we're gonna have so many different slows with this build. Next up is Healbane. Combining Healbane with Toxic Bullets means they don't heal anymore. They don't get lifesteal anymore. They don't get healed by a teammate anymore. They don't get to rejuvenate or regenerate anymore. And this is how you secure kills with Djinn's Mark, because the enemy's going to run away or hump a heal minion or try to flee back to their base so that they don't blow up and die. And with Healbane and Toxic Bullets stacked, they don't heal. They just die. So this, again, it's a cheap buy. And, you know, you could buy this earlier, but we want more power. The reason I have you buy this later on in the match is because it's more important to kill the enemy and have power than it is to reduce their healing. Because their healing's not going to be that much early game, but late game, they're going to have a lot more heals, a lot more life leech. And that's when Healbane really gets good. It's a late game buy. Then Inhibitor, and this slows them down, but also it applies a damage penalty. And yes, Ricochet does spread this, and that's why we get this. Because not only are they slowed by 40% fire rate if they're a bullet carry, they are also now inhibited on all of their damage forever. And we're going to be shooting and ricocheting our bullets and applying all of the debuffs all at once. Then you have slowing bullets. And again, this is just another way to slow them. And all of our slows stack. Yes, that's right. Now, we build a bit of tankiness here. And this is where it's interchangeable. Bullet armor, improved bullet armor. You could just go improved spirit armor. And again, these are interchangeable depending on how you want to play or how the match is going. If the entire enemy team is spirit carries, then obviously go spirit armor instead and buy bullet armor later. But most of the time you want to go with bullet resists. Anyway, and then after that is silencer. So now not only is all of our bullets ricocheting around, they are also slowing the enemy. They're also now silencing them. And then finally, super late game, you almost never reach this point because you're so powerful and the game is literally over. But if for whatever reason you have like a teammate that left or 2 teammates that left and you're still struggling, you're holding on, you're maintaining your base defense, then you start buying these. And you'll have to sell Cold Front, Alchemy Equifire, and Enchanter's Barrier. So you start with Siphon Bullets, and we're going to go ahead and just sell Enchanter's Barrier, why not? There we go. And so, what this does is every time you hit an enemy, this does not work with Ricochet. You have to actually be shooting the enemy hero and not the minions near the hero. So make sure you're shooting the heroes when you have this bot. And that steals their max HP, 55, every so often. It applies very, very often with how much we shoot. And we basically shoot forever without reloading anyway. But whenever they run away and they blow up and die, you permanently steal their health. So they will be down 55 health. You will be up 55 health. And because you're hitting the whole enemy team with this constantly, forever, from the back lines, we're a backline fighter, by the way, until we don't need to be. You are just stacking up that health forever, and they're not going to kill you. You're not going to lose stacks. And if they do kill you, you're either playing really horribly, you're way out of position, or they made a concerted effort to dive their entire team to kill you. And we're the team's tank, by the way. So improved spirit armor, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Cold Front for that one. And then finally, Colossus is your last buy. And this one, we're getting rid of Alchemical Fire. And with all of these items at maximum level, without any... Because we're a jungler, and you're going to be doing the jars, getting these max HP buffs. You can see here, you know, that's plus 40 HP. And you're going to have a bunch of those stacked up by the time you reach 40 minutes, right? But even without those, we're at 4,400 HP, right? But not only that, remember, I'm going to go over the skills, but we have Fire Scarabs. This steals maximum HP, right? So we hit, you know, 3 targets or whatever, and we have 5,400 HP. Basically, the entire time Fire Scarabs is applied to us. Anytime we're shooting an enemy, we're getting another, you know, 55 every time. If we shoot multiple enemies, you know, that's stacking up like crazy. And again, Fire Scarabs just wore off. But, yeah, it's going to be nutty because you have the health from jungle, you have the health from Fire Scarabs, you have the health from shooting enemy heroes. Your HP scaling is going to get insanely out of control crazy. But right now, we're sitting at 59 bullet resist and 65 spirit resist. Our Tornado gives us 45% bullet evasion, which is a whole separate thing on top of resist. But when we actually, you know, cast Colossus here, we go to 75 bullet resist and 79 spirit resist. We slow everything around us, which you shouldn't have enemies around you. The way we play is we sit in the very far back lines, and we just debuff everything we shoot at. And we gain HP as we do it. We kill enemies with our procs. It's nuts, it's crazy, it's insane. Now, when you're too far away, you're not going to apply, you know, the bleed. But, like, the damage gets ridiculous with this build. It gets insane, right? We're stacking, you know, we're stealing max HP. We're stacking all sorts of debuffs on them. And the damage is nutty. Alright, the damage gets really, really, really crazy. Like, we basically just, you know, when we proc Djinn's mark, we basically kill someone. They just die. They just straight up die. And then we collect maximum HP while we do it. It's insane. This build is the dirtiest build you will ever play in Deadlock. It is by far my most heinous build. I hate to publish this build because it's so broken, it's so easy to play. It's free low for one, in low to mid elo. At high elo, it's a little bit harder to play, but you sit in the back line and you just kill everybody. You just kill everybody. You're unkillable, you're completely safe. You have, you know, movement tech, you have your stamina, you know, you move very, very quickly around the battlefield, and you just don't die. You don't die with this build unless you try to make risky early plays. Let's get into his skills and how they work. But before we do that, let's talk about the skill order, alright? So, very first thing you're going to learn is Fire Scarabs, and the reason why is early lane, in the lane phase, this serves 2 purposes. You're going to harass the enemy hero with it, but also, you're going to hit the enemy creep wave with it and boost your HP. So I'm at 590, right? We got 620, 650. I missed one, but that would have been over 700 HP at level 1 as soon as the game starts. So the enemy has to deal a 200 effective HP damage to you, and that negates their harassment. You negate 200 plus HP at level 1 of harassment. But this is going to be the first skill that you max out, and at the third, you know, upgrade, you get plus 80 HP max health steal. And the reason we do this is because we're going to be using this to jungle, and doing 80 additional damage to a jungle creep makes it that much faster to clear, allowing you to farm that much faster. The second skill that we learn is Djinn's Mark. And the reason we learn this second is because this is your lane harass. You hit the enemy, and the way Djinn's Mark works, I'm going to talk about that in the skill section, but every time that you see like a little crosshair pop up, and I'll show you on the enemy hero, like you shoot the hero, you go back to farming. When that crosshair pops up, you shoot the hero again, stacking up again, you go back to farming, you shoot the crosshair again, you go back to farming, and by the time the enemy realizes it, you just chunked him 100 health. Like, and right now, that's without items. When you have the main 3 here, the main 3 items, you chunk them even more. And this is at level 1 Djinn's Mark, right? So again, you're going to be chunking them even more. They won't have resist yet. Maybe they will if they're smart. but most of the time they don't. So we just chunked them by almost 300 health. So yeah, we just tripled our damage with 3 items that you get like by 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes if you're doing real bad, right? And yeah, to chunk someone 300 HP, that's half their health gone. And that's not counting the headshots you might be doing, or the body shots you might be doing, or the random harass, or the extra hits from Fire Scarab. Remember, Fire Scarab, that's another 70. Your cold front's 130. So again, that's like 500 to 600 health. They're going to be down here, and that's if they're at full HP when you do this. You're going to most likely have whittled them down to probably half, and they're not going to realize your damage potential. And you're just going to completely clean their clocks. It's insane. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we learned that second. Third is Tornado, which doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it does pop them in the air. And right now, this NPC is bugged out, so I'm going to fix that real quick. Yeah, Tornado doesn't deal a lot of damage. Also, they have masks because I'm recording this on Halloween. But yeah, I mean, that's 100 damage. They float in the air, so they're stuck in the air. They can't move. You can hit them with scarabs and auto attacks, and your teammate can also capitalize on them floating in the air. It's nutty. It's crazy. And then the last thing we learned is Traveler, which allows you to teleport to enemies that are on the minimap or teammates. And we don't use this very much. We don't really use this offensively much. Only, it's your discretion if you want to use it or not. I tend to use it when I go jungle and my team is about to do a big team fight, or if I overextend and I'm getting dived in my own jungle and I teleport to safety. That's the only 2 real reasons I use it. But we're going to max out Scarabs first for that extra damage. Then we max out Djinn's Mark for that damage. And then we max out Tornado for that bullet evasion. And then finally the ultimate, because we don't use it that much, it has the lowest value for how we play. So let's get into the skills. So Mirage's weapon is called the Promises Kept, and it has a very high fall-off range. It has an insanely high bullet velocity, 828 meters a second. It's nuts. So if I aim super far away, you can see that there's like barely any drop-off at all. So this makes it really easy to not only secure souls and last hits, you just have to have good aim. Right now, you don't fire very quickly, and we don't have the biggest magazine capacity. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the way our build works capitalizes on the fact that we don't deal a lot of damage, we don't shoot fast, and because of that, we can ricochet many bullets into the enemy heroes from the creep wave. So, it's a good thing that we shoot slow, and it's a good thing that we don't deal tons of damage with our weapon. Again, it has that high bullet velocity, so you don't have to build bullet velocity items like the meta tells you to. It's very easy to aim and land your shots, as long as your aim is good. But later on, we just spam bullets towards the enemy heroes and their creep wave, and the ricochet does it all for us. Because I'm not a sweat lord teenager pro gamer anymore. I don't live that lifestyle anymore. I'm too old, and my aim sucks, and my monitors are old. And so I don't like to have good aim. I don't like to have to rely on headshots. A lot of Mirage players at high elo, they build for headshot damage. They build for bullets, like as a bullet carry, but we have no bullet carry steroids at all. Or they build full tanky and they try to double tornado around to make plays. And yeah, it looks flashy, it looks cool, but my build is way lazier and way easier and wins way more games, and it's way more fun to play, and it's so funny to play. It's one of the funniest builds in the game to play because of how ridiculously unfair it is to the enemy. But that's Mirage's weapon. It's pretty good, and when we have full build, or not even full build, just Titanic magazine and your basic stuff here, you know, we have plenty of ammo. You'll have like 40 plus shots when you're jungling around, so you can just constantly stack everything you want on the enemy. We'll be shooting a little faster with full build than that, but that's essentially his weapon. It does deal pretty good damage against the enemy creep wave as long as you're shooting the heads. And you will 3-shot the creep wave with, you know, medium to full build about 15 minutes in. But we're going to have Ricochet by then anyway, and Ricochet will do all the work for us. And again, the crates are pumpkins because it's Halloween. I'm filming this on Halloween because I have no life, no friends, and I have no parties to go to. And so I'm just sitting here making a guide instead. So next up is Tornado. And Tornado gives you, it's mainly used for bullet evasion. I personally don't use this to jungle. I don't use this to clear creep waves. I only use this if the enemy is retreating and I need to get closer and hold them down a little bit longer. I almost never use this offensively unless I know I'm gonna, you know, benefit from it. But what I do use it for is defensively. Let's say the enemy dives me and I'm a little bit far from my tower, so I'm rolling away. I tornado away because You can't be hurt while you're in tornado form as far as I know. I mean, unless they change something with a patch or by the time you watch this. But essentially, tornado is something that I just use as basically a dash. Like if I'm standing on this square and I dash forward, I go to this little rectangle here, right? But if I tornado forward, it's about the same. And there is no up or down verticality. You can see it's a bit further than a dash. So I tend to use it as a dash to retreat. And it's really good to, like, whip around corners, you know, Athene Paladin style. Okay, they fixed it. Never mind. It used to hug around corners, but they nerfed that. They nerfed that on, like, every character that has that movement ability. So, ignore that. But anyway, Tornado, pretty good stuff. That 45% bullet evasion for 3.5 seconds really adds up later on. Makes it where you just shrug off bullets. It's so nice. You Tornado into a Haze ult, and then you just kill her. So next up is Fire Scarabs, and some people want to build this with extra charges so you can steal more HP. Because right now we have 4 charges, which means we can steal 110 health 4 times. But it has to be on separate targets, so you have to make sure you're hitting different creep mobs, different heroes. But the way I use this as a lane harass, I just kind of chunk it out like that and see if I can land a hit, and that's going to hurt the enemy. And, yeah, it steals their health for a little while. Eventually, they do get it back. You know, it's still a damage dealer. I mainly use it to jungle. And it also is a great way to sustain in lane because you use it against your lane opponent and the creep wave. And that gives you bonus buffer HP to eat damage with. It's really nice. It's really good. We maxed it out first. But if you build more charges on it, which I don't recommend you do, you can steal more health from more targets. But who's going to have like 7 different targets to steal health from? And I think it's a waste of an item slot, personally. I don't think it helps any of his other skills. But Fire Scarabs, it's just something you kind of spam whenever you have it. When you jungle, you use it on each jungle mob. And that's going to massively increase your jungle speed. We maxed it out first for that plus 80 damage, which is huge early game. Djinn's Mark doesn't scale super good early game, so we have no reason to max this out first. And by the time we start snowballing with our jungle anyway, we're going to max this out so fast you won't even notice that it's not there until it's, you know, online and ready to go from our items. But yeah, Fire Scarabs, it does have bullet drop-off. You can see here, if I aim at the tippy top, it does have quite a bit of a drop-off, but it has a very big hitbox. So you don't even have to be precise with it. You can just kind of hit near enemies, and it will still hit them and apply the damage and the lifesteal. And late game, when you have your full build, this thing is stealing way more life. Let me just kind of show you a basic kind of mid-late game, right? Let's get some items. Also, I don't have flex slots, so let me turn those on. There we go. So, like, around here, with max skills, let's go ahead and just max those out. Fire Scarabs is stealing 300 health times 4, so that's 1,200 bonus HP to you. And let's say you're max level by now. That puts you at 3.6k without any of your other green items. You know, this is still like 20-25 minutes into the match. It's that powerful, right? And then if we buy even more stuff and get the rest of the build, you know, kind of flowing here, then our Fire Scarabs, 332 HP stolen. Also, this lowers the enemy's bullet resist, which we don't really capitalize on, but it does help your teammates out. Actually, no, I don't think that helps your teammates anymore. It used to. I think that got too powerful. And now, you only get 25% of this heal against non-heroes, but that's still more than enough for lane sustain, so don't worry about that. But yeah, it's really, really good. You just spam this out at the enemy as you pelt them. And because, you know, as you play, you're going to learn the range on this thing. But I like to, like, as I play at max range. I play really far away from the enemy team. And your Fire Scarabs, it has an arc. So you just kind of arc it over the enemy, kind of like this. And I actually missed there. But a lot of the time, the enemy, you'll see them, they're like, oh, crap, and they'll roll away into it. So, I don't know. I'm more practiced, not against the target dummy, but against actual live opponents, and by shooting it at that arc, I almost always land a hit. And when the enemies are all stacked up and they're kind of you know, across the field, you just kind of fan it out like that. You're gonna hit a bunch of enemies. You're gonna get a bunch of life stolen. It's gonna be really good for you. So Djinn's Mark is what our entire build is based around. This thing will, you know, proc multiple enemies with Ricochet. So if I shoot one guy or even the creep wave and it ricochets into the enemy hero, they get this debuff. It's a purple debuff. And this little target, I'll explain that. I explained it earlier in the video, but essentially, you can apply Djinn's Mark every 1.8 seconds. So I shoot, And to know when it's ready to apply, you'll see the target there, and that only pops up on heroes, not on the creep wave. So if you want, you can kind of divide your attention, but always come back and make sure you reapply it. And every time it applies, it's going to double the damage all the way up to 12 times. I believe it used to be 16x, but that was too strong. So yeah, it goes 1 into 2, so and then 2 to 4. That's 4 times the damage, and then 8, and then 12. So there you go. And when you have full build, it hits so damn hard. But also, you can manually cast this if you want to just trigger it or pop it early. So we have 1 stack, we pop it, that's 200 damage. And another neat thing about it, which you can't see in the tutorial here, or the sandbox, is that when this explodes, it will reveal them on the minimap. So you can see where the hell they go. And also, what's really fun is, like, say you wound someone heavily, and then it pops, and they're like, you look at their health bar, and their health bar is insanely low, like they're about to die. Well, because they're revealed on the minimap, you can then just teleport to them with Traveler, and kill them, and finish them off. And it's so dirty. And you should only do this whenever they're not under a railway, because if you teleport to them, they can just jump on the railway, and by the time your teleport finishes, they have immunity to be knocked down. You won't be able to kill them. But this thing is so good because it applies no matter the distance. So you can set it max distance and pelt the enemy, and they will just explode and die, and they won't understand what killed them. It is the funniest thing in the game. It is literally the funniest thing ever, okay? But this skill has a few other fun roleplay purposes. Even if you don't have anyone marked, you can still just cast it, and you will do a little hand wave, so you can wave. You also sometimes play a voiceover line, and Mirage is always yelling. That's like his character. He is... Okay, so that one's not a yell, but he's almost always yelling, and you can just yell at your teammates and stand near them and spam this and annoy the hell out of them. It's so funny, right? And yeah, Djinn's mark, it's great, and you're gonna spread it all over the whole enemy team. And as far as like doing the lane creeps goes, it's not really that good for clearing the wave until you get ricochet. And as far as jungling goes, you're gonna stack this up to 12x, and once you hit the 12x on the enemies, they just explode and die. Which you know, with full build, they're not even gonna reach 12x. But if they do, like you have ricochets on a 3x large camp, they blow up and die. It's great for jungling. We maxed this out second. Traveler is our ultimate skill. We maxed this last. It gives you move speed when you arrive and some fire rate, which we don't utilize either of those really. Unfortunately, I mean, you could chase someone down, I guess, if they're running away, and that's all it's really used for. Because we upgrade this last, we don't get the move speed, the cooldown reduction, or the immunity to stun, silence, sleep, root, and disarm, which we won't have much of a problem dealing with anyway, since we'll be in the back line. And as the tank, as a literal tank, I know backline tank, what the hell? But as a tank, if we get crowd controlled, we just eat the damage, and then we tornado whenever we can, and we're not silenced, and then we just get to safety. But Traveler, I mainly use this to hyper farm and have major mobility around the map. If my team is having a team fight and I want to sit in the back line, I teleport to my backliner from base or from, you know, a random jungle. You can split push with this. You can teleport to your fountain if there's a friendly player there, so that you don't have to ride the rails to go back to buy, or if the secret shop is being, you know, contested and you can't go there instead. I just use this really as a save time, as a time saver. We don't use this when we jungle, really. Like, you can't use it as you jungle. It doesn't help you kill creeps. It doesn't help you kill mobs. You can secure kills against enemies. Like, if you look at the enemy's health bars and someone's, like, very low, you can just teleport to them and kill them, and that's a free kill. But most of the time, it won't be worth over whatever creep wave you're farming or whatever jungle you're farming. But it is something you can do. If someone has, like, an inch, like a slither of health, and you tag them once, well, they're Djinn marked, and then you just pop it and they die. So there's a lot of play that you can do with Traveler. It's insanely annoying if you're a really good Mirage and you travel all over and you just have complete map dominance. Also, you can split push and overextend, and when the enemy dive bombs you because you're naturally tanky, you tornado into Traveler, and then you just get away scot-free, and it's gonna piss the enemy off and waste their time to chase you down. It's so fun. It's so good. Let's get into the live gameplay commentary part now. Alright, this is the live commentary part of the video. This is why this video is so long. I am in a solo lane against Bebop, it looks like. 4-hour nap. Kinda rested. No warm-ups. Old monitors, lots of ghosting, bad aim. Let's go. Let's do this. First point is into Fire Scarabs. And we are, unfortunately, we are in the lane where we can't do early 3-minute jungle. But we can steal his. So we have to see if we can do that. It is a Bebop. It's very risky to try to steal a Bebop jungle. But we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I can't multi-jungle and get ahead as easily on this side of the map. And I'm stuck doing a solo lane. Also, he sounds like he's meleeing. So we can maybe punish that later. Alright, so we can melee this, pretty sure. He might see what he does. Okay. He's got a grab. I baited the grab. Okay, yes, that was totally unintentional. That was totally planned. So you went grab first. Normally they go bomb first, so grab first, kind of interesting choice. Wonder what... Yeah, let's punish that. Scarabs. We did hit him with the scarab. Alright. But let's keep our ammo up high so we can get those last hits. He's just rolling around like a crazy man. Trying to get those... Yeah, we're just going to pelt him down. If he's just going to sit there and tank it, I'm going to chunk him. Also, we're wearing masks because it's Halloween. So, yeah, pretty funny. Alright. Now we have Djinn Mark. Djinn Mark time. We're going to upgrade Scarab. And where he went back to buy. I think he went... Yeah, he's at 500. He went back to buy. So he's getting his early buy. We're going to Djinn Mark him. We're going to Scarab him, which is not up yet. I was mashing the button a little early. Djinn Mark. Get that last hit. Djinn Mark. Djinn Mark. Dodge, grab, reload, Scarabs, reapply Djinn Mark, get the last hit. Again, this is the rotation that we do. There we go. So he's... Bebop's tanky. We probably won't be able to do much early game, but we can keep applying Djinn Mark just every single time that target pops up, and it's going to pop here, but we just reapply it. I need to focus a little bit more on last hits, but... He's hit scan. It's really hard to deny a Bebop, a good one at least. Alright. Scarabs. We did manage to hit the Scarabs. You can see that they have a pretty fat hitbox. Right? Pretty good fat hitbox. And again, we just keep applying Djinn Mark. Every single time that target shows up, we shoot him again. And he's got the grab here. He didn't do anything with it. He didn't bomb me or uppercut me or anything. Terminator Helen Keller. Okay, that is the Bebop. Why'd he pause? Terminator Helen Keller. Oh, jeez. Alright, so we're at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. By 3 minutes, I want to have Cold Front. So I'm a little behind. I am quite behind. You can see I'm 200 behind the Bebop. So let's focus a little bit more on farm. Maybe. Hit the Scarabs. Again, we're hitting those Scarabs every time it's off cooldown. I'm not going to get that last hit at all. Alright. So, there we go. Try to just hit him. Just hit him with a single bullet. That's all we gotta do. I keep missing. That's 3 misses in a row. Alright, so now he's gonna bomb me. I'm gonna just back up. That's fine. It does chunk me pretty hard. It's fine. Alright. But we're gonna, you know, fix that with our third buy, but not our first or second buy. Also, we have Cold... Let's get Cold Front. There we go, Cold Front. And we're gonna get some Scarabs on him. I should have Scarab the bomb, honestly, but I'm not awake. I'm not warmed up. It's fine. Alright, I'm missing last hits. Okay, we're gonna Cold Front them. And I don't have Scarab off cooldown, so yeah, that's chunking me pretty hard. It's okay, though. It's okay to take some harass. You can't play perfectly all the time. Bebop will grab you. That's just the nature of fighting a Bebop. It does happen. Now, you can be meta, and you could go reactive barrier first on Bebop, and that just ruins the fun. I don't like doing that to Bebops. It's really mean. I play Bebop too, and it's just stupid. It's an item to just shut down a Bebop. That's all it exists for. But that would go against the spirit of this being a build guide video. So we're gonna, again, follow the programming and buy what we're supposed to, and not what would kill Bebop. Again, he's gonna go for a grab here. There we go. And again, we're just gonna trade with him every single time. And yeah, we take a lot of damage, but so does he. And his damage is only gonna be worse, especially if we can continuously land Djinn Marks. I see the sniper. Alright. Let's see. Again, he's over there. Boom, that's a Djinn Mark. Easy. Simple. That's another Djinn Mark. That's a deny. He's going for the grab soon. And no more Djinn Marks. He's not going to push up that hard, so yeah. The more you stack it up, the more damage it's going to deal. And he's all the way over there. You can still stack up Djinn Marks, even though they're far away, so... Don't be ashamed. I'm at 2.4k, so I'm actually winning on farm now by 100. I'm fully healed. All his harass meant nothing. I don't see his health bar because he's too far away buying. I'm going to check his buys in just a sec. We have last hit there to get. Now, let's try to get some Djinn marks from far away. See if we can eyeball him over here. No. Again, we're just going to play it safe. There we go. That's the Djinn mark. He is, yeah, he's like fully healed. Okay. So he's going melee. Little melee guy. There we go. We're just applying that Djinn mark every single time. There's another Djinn mark, but it was too slow. So now we're back to 1 stack. And again, we're just going to re-Djinn mark him. He's going to bomb. He's going to uppercut me. He's going to try to attack. But I'm safe. I'm kissing. I'm making out with the heal minion here. And I have my ultimate. He is... oh, he's getting marked up. He's getting way marked up. Yeah, I think you're dead here, dude. Okay, you just punch him in the face. Whatever. I got very aggressive there. I normally don't play that aggressively, but it's Bebop, so why not? Just, like, don't feel bad. Okay, we're 6 minutes in. I'm a little late on the Chancer's Barrier, so that's it. It's over. No more bombing me. Right? He better go, like, bullet damage or something if he wants to, like, really go crazy in this lane. Also, I could steal his jungle. So let's push the lane a bit. And, yeah. I'll show you how to steal jungle. So you cast Fire Scarab on the small boys, and then you cast your cold front. So it looks like... Okay, he already did it. He already did his jungle. And he's just eating damage. He's eating damage, boy. He's ulting me? Okay, granted, that did a lot of damage. He's probably going to pursue me here, too. Let's see what he does. Let's listen for what he does. Heal minion, can you give me some room here? All right. And again, I have Scarab. Throw some Scarabs at him. We did hit him from that far away. That's really nice that we managed to land that. He is wounded as hell. All right, we can keep pelting him here. You know, we still do 10 bullet damage to him with those Scarab. That Scarab debuff really hurts, right? But he's got a lot of sustain. And he's got natural spirit resist because he's a Bebop, I'm pretty sure. It's spirit resist, I think. So yeah, we're just going to play it safe. Hug the heal minion that drops soon, shortly. Where'd it go? It's somewhere. Bebop is over here doing crate game. So yeah, that's what he's doing. I'm just last hitting. Because we get Alchemical Fire next. It won't help too much if we're grabbed. And it doesn't really help a lot against Bebop, but it helps jungle. And we need it early. There we go. Alright, so he's at 3.9k, I'm at 4.6k. I'm getting a pretty heavy lead, 700 soul lead right now. And I would have more if I was jungling and stealing his jungle and not so much working on harass. He's like nearly fully healed. So, yeah, he's got that sustain. So at this point, we just give him the tower, really. Like, ooh, it almost got me. A little scary. Let's not get blown up. Oh, that still hit. That took a lot of chunk out of my spirit shield. Which we need that for our damage, right? We need that for our damage. I'm so behind on farm though, even though I'm beating him on farm, and even though like I'm not the top farm of the team, which this build is supposed to accelerate you into being top farm very early. He's gonna take the tower, and I'm just gonna let him have it because there's nothing I can do. He's too tanky. Got too much sustain. We're not a lane winning build. We're a farm winning build.
He's trying to swap health. Be careful.
So let's just jungle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 scares, push V, and then we shoot the big guy. And he's gonna take tower here. And then we'll just roll away. He might ult us again or something, but whatever. Also, he can hear me in here doing this, so maybe you can hear him walking. Also, look out, you can peek out the windows. Get that last hit. There we go. Go and grab me. And you can see I'm still pelting him with bullets. Yeah, there's the grab. And we're just gonna tornado away. That's fine. He's gonna ult me again, but oh, he did get me. I did not whip around the corner quick enough, unfortunately. So yeah, bummer. That's fine though. We got Alchemical Fire coming up, and you know you really need this before the Spirit Walker starts getting pushed in. But because now I have to go get the 400 souls and then come back. And why is he going to my lane? No. Go away, McGinnis. This is my lane, and I'm just gonna kill these as fast as possible to not share any farm. She's already here, it's too late. Alright, so again, that's only 200. Can't really do the mid jungles too fast here. Again, I'm behind. Like, this is the worst lane that you can start in, and it's kind of a weakness of the build. Because if you're in blue or green lane starting, you have such a huge advantage with all the jungles you can yoink, especially early. Whereas here, we're clawing our way up. You know, in the 1v1 lane, you're stuck having to harass. Whereas in the duo lane, you can just focus solely on harassment with, you know, your Djinn mark and get a lot of picks. But it's fine, not to complain or anything. Let's just keep jungling. Also, McGinnis is like super deep. McGinnis is like all up in their business, right? And I hate that the mask like shows when you zoom in too close. It's kind of silly, really. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and kill these. They should burn to death. There we go. Got them. There's a little bit of... I would say there's farm on green, but there's, you know, 2 people there. I don't want to share. And, yeah, McGinnis is just... she just wants the tower, I think, so... just help her get that real quick, I guess. Steal some jungle, why not? And again, we're 10 minutes in, so sharing lane is not optimal at this point. Let's see. Alright, I mean, we lost all lanes, so... again, there's a Djinn mark. He's gonna grab. He should have grabbed. Guess not. Whatever. Alright, go back to jungle then. Because, again, there's no profit to be made here, sitting in this lane like this. We need to go and, we need to just start clearing jungles. Just start smashing through them. I see Vindicta. Yes, you'd see her, huh? What'd she look like? Barefoot? Yeah, that's what she is. She's a barefoot gal. Alright. And then my aim is not good here, so I am missing crates to smash. Alright, so next buy is, we have these items. We don't need to rush them too much, but, I do need to rotate to purple lane for that jungle, and all the lanes are pushed, so maybe I'll just go green for a bit. Push it, yeah, okay, they're doing walker, so. Or they're trying to. It's a Lady Geist. We got our final Scarab upgrade there. Lone Krill jumping in. Just kind of doing something. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. I hate that I used my item there, but it's fine. Okay, now blue lane. Now we go blue lane. Clean it out. We're like the cleaners. Alright, and then we go purple lane. Or we should go purple first, but they're going to go purple instead. So it's totally okay. Let's get those last hits. Everything's good. And Blue Walker got backdoored by Vindicta. Yeah. Also, I missed my my fire there. Don't look. Don't leave. Yeah, it's okay to miss, guys. It's okay to not have perfect play all the time. You can't always be perfect, but you can jungle at a very rapidly fast pace as Mirage, which is really unique and different than other Mirages. I'm not like the other Mirages. No, you're not. You're special. Alright, so we want Ricochet by 15 minutes, and we're approaching 13 minutes here, and we don't have it. And, yikes, we are so behind. I'm at 8k farm? I should be 10k plus by now. I should be like 13, 14k, man, but... oh, there's a Kelvin here. I'm just gonna get frozen up. Frozen orb. It says Tornado back a bit. He's not gonna kill me. Lieutenant Waffles, huh? But he is gonna aggressively push in, and he just killed the walker. Wow. He one-shot the walker, dude. Why are all the walkers dying? This is a forced 50 match? Perhaps? Yeah, he's gone. Like, he skedaddled out of here. Or is he faking it? Like, you fake skedaddle, and then you skedaddle back in when, you know, they think it's safe. And then they kill you. And that's the game. Yeah, that's the game. It's not called Deadshot, it's called skedaddle back, and then, yeah, you get the joke. Hey, we got Earn, though. Or, my team got Earn, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. Alright, let's get some basic items, which we should have these during lane phase. Right, we should have these like 10 minutes in. This is like 10 minutes, okay? Ricochet is the next 5 minutes. Which, again, we're at 14 minutes now, and it's not looking good. But once we get... Yellow Walker, I should've went yellow. I thought... no, Lone Krill's rotating. They got it. They got it. Alright. Let's get to the chapel. Alright. And look how fast we kill that now. That's how fast... we killed that with 2 abilities. Instantly. Boom, done. Oh, no! Let's, not eat bullets for breakfast. And she's flying. She's gonna go for a snipe. There it is. Just taking cover. It's like a horror game. Escape from the Vindicta, who has only 10k. Okay, she's not that bad. But she did have a Shiv backing her up, her boyfriend, of course. I don't know if they're dating, but probably. I mean, why not? It's a ghost girl, you know. Everyone wants a ghost girlfriend. And no, they don't. What are you saying? But the point is yeah, we just backed up because there's more money to be had right here in blue lane with Kelvin. Yes, who's iceballing us, and he just leaves. He doesn't want to fight. He just split pushes, and I always double check. You can see him on the map there. We hit him with the Djinn mark, and so we can see him after it pops. You know, he's just doing his own little thing. Yeah, we're gonna get that ricochet because we're 15 minutes in, and we're still behind. Purple lane, green lane, even yellow lane is getting an objective. Yeah, the creep wave is gonna do the tower in yellow. Oh, it's funny. There we go. Yeah. Again, we're just farming the creeps. Again, it's a little slow right now because we don't have our full buys, and normally we'd be way more stronger at this point. There we go. We got the flex slot. We got the buy. It's 15 minutes 55 seconds, so we're 1 minute late. 1 minute late on our buy, which is not good. I really like if you're doing good, you get this at 12 minutes, man. But it's fine. Don't beat yourself up too much. With Ricochet, we can farm big jungles, which there are none of on our side. They're all on the enemy side though, so. Either our team has a lot of junglers, or the enemy team is stealing the jungles. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. We gotta keep farming though, because this is not this is a farm increaser. We can also farm the middle jungles, which is too contested right now to do. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep pushing lanes and being, you know, safe and stuff. We can go ahead and do this. We don't have the 5th level of Djinn mark, but it's still fine. We're going to go ahead and scarab all 3 boyos, and you can see they melt pretty quick, though I think these were partially damaged, honestly. Yeah, I think these are partially damaged. We're just going to Djinn mark for the 2 HP there. Go ahead and finish it off. Yeah. I didn't do all the damage. That thing was wounded already. There's a fight in yellow. I can teleport to it. Or I can go do mid-jungle, and mid-jungle's calling my name. We got the 5th Djinn mark, finally. And yeah, there's some stuff going on there, and it's kind of. I should just leave that. I should not. I can't fight that. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be good. I really want these jungles, but they have it contested, so I have to leave and go get perma buffs elsewhere, and kind of split between blue and purple, which blue is more vulnerable right now, but I'm closer to purple, so we're just gonna get purple real quick. Why not? It's just a few shots, and there it is. And then we can maybe throw some spells here, knock this one out, or just shoot it, whatever. Whatever you feel like doing. I think there's a Lash in this lane, who's at 16k, 3 and 3. They don't have anyone super hyper farmed, luckily, thankfully. We're back in to get Titanic Mag, because that's going to make the jungle process way easier, just in general, and make us more tanky, and blah blah blah, and not so much melee damage taken, you know, the usual stuff. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we're just going to kill these. Nice. And then we're going to rotate to the next jungles here and kill those. And you'll notice we're not, like, dumping every spell we have to do it. Every time there's a soul thing there, I gotta, like, climb the stairs like that. Yikers. Alright, but yeah, with Ricochet, we just hold left click and they all die. Very cool. Look at the pixel, like, lighting or something on the walls. It's so weird. Super weird. Alright, cool. That is all the minions there. Get that perma buff. +3 spirit. We love to see the +3 spirits. At 30 minutes, it's +5 spirit. Yes. But yeah, we get Ricochet, not so much for the farm. We get it so we can spread Djinn marks in a team fight, which we need to build up now so that we have Ricochet, that we can, you know, get our team fight damage up, essentially. And I think I might be able to get Spirit Walker here, maybe. A lot of them are currently on the map. I don't know if they're rotating towards me, but they could be. But it might be too late for them. I have Alchemical Fire, so what we do is we just throw Alchemical Fire and we just shoot. And then we teleport to Haze in the bottom left corner as soon as we pop this. Or we just get on the rails and leave. I'm gonna get on the rails and leave. There we go. Cool. There's mid jungles to get. There's also people dead and lanes being pushed in. Toxic bullets before we engage on anything though. And we'll just get right back into green here. And let's do a reload. Okay, Haze is ulting in. And, oh, he's dead. So, kind of stole that kill from her, whatever. It is what it is, man. Alright, let's get Mystic Vulnerability. No, let's get these chunk of souls on the ground that no one picked up. Mystic Vulnerability, 1,250. We got our next level in Tornado. Things are looking up. Alright, yellow, green. Let's push green because it's near jungles. Yellow is not near jungles. It's got a little bit more creep wave, but we can just walk to that as we jungle our way there, I guess. And yeah, we're going a little slow here. It's fine. Take our time. Still faster than walking. I'm walking here to the lane. Yeah, that didn't work. Adding stuff to that doesn't work. Okay, let's go ahead and get this real quick. Because it is perma buffs. We want to stack as many perma buffs for the long game, right? There we go. 2% fire rate. Exactly what we didn't want. Fire rate does work against us, but it is whatever. It's fine. But, you know, probably still helpful in the long run, I guess. Now, yellow lane is a little troubling, and Haze is doing Urn or Jar. And she's going to have a little battle. And I don't care, because I'm farming. I can also teleport to her. I think she's pretty farmed. She's at 21k, and the Geist is 15k. So just drop the jar and kill her. Oh, they took it. They took the jar. Oh, no. And then she died. Can I knock that person off? No. Let's just chunk a nade and then leave. Because there's nothing really there except danger and death. I could teleport to McGinnis, and she's dead. Like, she's full dead, but I could save her. I can save her. Nah, we don't. Who cares? I don't want to save her. Yeah, just let her die. But just note that we could have. We could have saved her, but I'm Mirage, and I'm jungling. Let's quote me on that one, right? All right, here we go. We're jungling. That's what we do. We jungle until we have the core items that kills them all. All right, very fun, very good times. You see 26k farm at 22 minutes. I have the most souls, therefore I'm worth the most money, and that feels good. So that's not how it is in real life. No, not at all. And I'm sharing all this farm with everybody, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to teleport to yellow lane, and then if it's in danger, if it's a dangerous lane, I'll teleport back. Alright, is Mo and Krill is literally following me. Stop it, Mo and Krill. Stop it. But hey, there's a Lash here, so maybe it's not so bad. Right? There is literally Lash. Yeah, hold him down. Hold his ass down. Grab him. Alright, we're duking. Oh, yeah. He doesn't have ult? You not get close enough for ult or something? You're Djinn marked, bro. Like, you're like literally dead. You're just dead. You didn't have to ult there. He was so low health, that was a waste. I'm not saying this over voice chat, though. I'm just talking to myself. I'm keeping it to myself. You know, instead, I'd get on voice chat and be like, good job, Mo and Krill. Good job, Mo and Krill. Especially you, Krill. Mo, not so much. If you want to know, Mo is the mold man, and Krill is the short one because he's so shrimply. That's the easiest way to remember that little thingy. Anyway, let's do a big jungle. Oh, man, I'm a big boy now. It's like the Pampers commercials or whatever. Alright. Let's see. I don't know why McGinnis is talking about collective of like things. I don't know what she's talking about. Oh boy, we have escalating exposure and then Mystic Reverb coming up soon-ish. Now, I would like to have these two items by 25 minutes if I'm doing really good, but I'm doing okay. I could do better. You know, it could have been better, but you know, when you have that damn solo lane, you can't really early jungle and get ahead as much as you want. But as you play, I didn't mean to throw that there at all. That's okay, we'll just scarab everything. Alright. Yeah, that's my bad. Also, that big old team fight. You know, we could teleport into it. We could. I mean, it's there. But there's a Kelvin. We'll just poke him. He's going to freeze beam us a bit. You know, and just Djinn mark him up really good. He's going to freeze us up. Look at those Djinn marks. He's about to pop. Now, he's not going to die, though. He's tanky. He is real tanky. Look at that. We chunked him for about 40%. He's got about 25% on us, so it's a He's pursuing me, and he's also got backup and a sniper. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. I can teleport away. I don't need to. I'm just walk away. Alright, Mystic Reverb, you're coming up soon. We have jungle to do, though. Yes, we have 500 HP. It's okay. Jungle isn't going to kill us. They can't really kill us. I mean, they can if you just stand there and let them, I guess. But, no, they're not going to kill us. We just throw our skills down. We have that life steal that's going to buff our HP. And I forgot to do that against the Kelvin. Not that it would matter, because we weren't going to kill each other anyway. It was just a little slap fight. You know, just like we puff up each other's chests at each other, and he clearly has the bigger chest, because I'm a little, you know, my character's not so masculine, I suppose. I guess he is in his own little way, I guess. I mean, look at him, he's got the Halloween mask, kind of ruins it, but whatever. Alright, we maxed out Tornado, very cool. Maxing out tornadoes. Blow away their homes, make them poor. Right, no insurance. Oops. I don't get to live in a house you don't get to either, society. I wish for tornadoes every day. Yes, I really do. Talk to me about it in the comment section. I'll gladly enlighten you. Alright. Looks like they're doing Jar, and there's an Infernus that's 1v3 and he's dead. There you go, that's what he gets for 1v3. We have a lever, actually. His name's Mr. Socks, with an X, so you know he's extreme. But, he left. He didn't like what was going on in the match, so he just left. Or maybe he crashed. He might be back. On see. But you see, we're getting, Mystic Reverb up next, very shortly here. And we're gonna get it. We just have to keep on keeping on with the farm. +3 spirit. We like to see the +3 spirits. Now, Yellow Lane's got some, there's a Kelvin here again. This time, we'll throw our Scarabs at him. There we go. We'll throw our Firebomb at him, because we're just gonna be really rude this time. Now, I have enough to afford the build, and I don't want to lose 1,000 souls by dicking around with Kelvin. So I'm just gonna leave. Let's leave him to his things. And get Mystic Reverb. And we're gonna put that on Djinn's mark. That's right. We didn't say the D in the Djinn's mark. And now we can just sit here and bounce all of our Djinn marks on the heroes. Or the enemies, whatever you want to call them. We're the heroes, they're the bad guys. Alright, and again, we just use the creep wave to bounce it all around. Just like this. It's really annoying for the enemy to deal with this. But not so much yet, because we don't have slow and we don't have our full power. But they're still going to be chunked hard. Oh man, Infernus went in. Infernus ulted in. Let's go, boys. Alright. And I'm disarmed? Just shortly. She's sniping, but she's dead. I'm gonna not yoink those souls, because that would be mean. Oh, we have the Lash. She's gonna ult, and we're just gonna Djinn mark him up. Scarab him. Like, he's basically dead here. Man, Lash keeps getting ulted by Mo and Krill every time, every fight. And then Kelvin's just over here in his dome, in his safe space. And yeah, I'm shooting until the dome comes down. I don't care. I have infinite ammo. Not really, but you get the idea. We're just gonna pop him. He's meleeing. Why did he juke melee? Like he thought I was gonna parry that? I don't need to parry. I'm full HP. It's like 28 minutes in. I don't know what his plan was. Just got Colin's pants down, I guess. Okay, Surge of Power time. We're gonna put that on Djinn's mark, number 3. There we go. And free farm down here in the old purple lane. That's what they say. You go to like Cotton Patch, or what's that place the old people love? Cracker Barrel. You go to Cracker Barrel and they just say, yeah, we love the farm in the purple lane. And then you look at the waitress and like, you play Deadlock? And they're like, Deadlock? What? What's that? Why hasn't someone made a gothic Cracker Barrel? You know, like Goth IHOP or Gothic Hooters or whatever? Where's the Gothic Cracker Barrel? And they all speak in a sweet southern accent, like, hey, sugar hun, what you having? But they're all, like, dressed like creepy goth girls. Yes, I know. Someone animate this. Do it. You know you want to. Anyway, this is a video game guide, not a meme video. Whatever, who cares? It's whatever I want it to be. Now, anyway, we're playing Mirage, and we're farming, and the enemies are doing mid-boss right now, so we could actually pop them from the top, but they're probably already got it killed. But we could, yeah, we just sit up here at the top. Oh, hello, Bebop. What are you doing? He's like gonna grab me, and then bomb me, and stuff. He's just guarding the top, I guess. Is he ult? Why is he ulting there? What the hell? Okay, like, they're all dead. What was this? Why was Bebop up there being like a guard to the hole? Yeah, they're just dead. They're just all dead, except for whoever that was. Who managed? No, that's one more. Oh, it's Kelvin. He's always the last to die. He's supposed to be like a tank healer. I'm gonna tornado him because he's starting to hurt me a bit. So, Mr. Lieutenant Waffles. Waffles? What's a waffle? I don't know, man. We just have pancakes in this world. Sad pancakes, flat pancakes. International House of Pancakes. Also, that Ivy full left. Like, full left, so the game is safe to leave. The game is safe to abandon without penalty. So, we're at a 5v6. So, I hope you realize that this build will carry, like, literally anything, right? Let's see how many people start leaving. Let's see it. I'm gonna keep jungling here. Alright. And yes, I should be using Scarab, but I'm just too busy yapping to care. What do we have? Well, here, we can Scarab these. There we go. See? We did it. And then we hit the machines. We hit the slots. And you have to pay with quarts of blood. Whole quart. Just don't believe the sign. It says you have to pay quarts of blood, but does anyone really? Yeah, the one guy, he like donates a quart of blood and passes out. Oops. Alright, improved spirit, boundless spirit, big purchase there, big power bonus. Alright, we got, we should probably just kill Kelvin 1v1 now. I don't think we're gonna get the 1v1. What is he doing? Is this a, what is he doing? Look how much we hurt him. Okay. What? Look at his resist. I want to show you. He has 56% spirit resist, and our Djinn Mark took half of his health away before the reverb explosion. This means that we deal 75% of his health bar from any distance, which ricochets between everything that we're shooting. Like, I'm disarmed right now. Let's, we can't shoot when we're disarmed. Alright, so the Bebop ulted the shrine for some reason. I'm being shot from behind and, yeah, stuff, so let's just throw a bomb there and continue shooting. And you're about to see why this build works. Because, like, I just killed somebody. I don't even know who I killed. They just died. I guess it was the Lash? I'm just shooting and just bouncing crap everywhere. And look, there's a Bebop here. Like, we just give him the Djinn Mark. And this is more prevalent when we're fighting not at close range. When they're like at the end of the lane and we're at the end of the lane and we're taking pot shots at each other. Like, we just automatically win that every time. This build is an automatic win for a prolonged siege, so to speak. And so, with that said, we get Mystic Slow and Heal Bane, and now they will never regenerate Lifesteal or heal over time ever again. And yes, we're down this Mr. Socks guy. We decided to leave, and that's fine. Because we're so farmed up. Look at my farm. 52,000 souls at 33 minutes. Bro, like, I can just walk at whoever I want and left click them and they die. That's the game. It's game over. It doesn't matter if they had the Rejuvenator. I want them to have the Rejuvenator so I can kill them again when they come back. Right? And that's more farm for me. More dopamine for me. Less for them, I guess. Maybe. Unless they're sadistic. Or not sadistic. If they're masochistic? No, if they're... Whatever the thing is where you like being hurt. You know, the... I guess it is masochism, yeah. There we go. Alright, we still do the jungles in the tunnels, but they just instantly die. Now it's not a party anymore. You just show up and everyone falls over. And you collect their souls. Or whatever. Why do they have to call it souls? Why can't they just call it money or something? I mean, you know, it's not that creative. Ugh, souls, man. Oh, wow, I have 10,000 souls. Give me an item, shopkeeper. Like, it's like that stupid Rick and Morty like episode where it's like, oh, you don't pay with money here. Oh, okay. I don't pay with money. Probably a curse then. Speaking of, we're basically a curse. Like, that's what we are. Like, we're just Djinn marking this poor Lash And he's about to blow up and realize his mistake. Look at his health, it's gone. He's dead. He's just dead. He went from 100 to 0 before he realized what was happening. He has 15 spirit resist, but he also has 3,200 HP. You saw it. You saw it for yourself. That's the build. That's the video, right? That is why we build him this way, and why we focus on early jungle speed so we can get the items that we need. And we're not even done growing. We're still a growing boy, right? And yeah, we have all of purple lane over here just begging, just asking for it. It's like, please farm me. It's like, okay, you got it. Throw alchemical fire and burn everything. Clean up this little jungle that's up here in the corner with these perma buffs. Ooh, +5 spirit. What we want. Oh yeah, our cold front insta kills jungles now, so that's fun. We can teleport up to that team fighting green lane if we want, or we can push yellow, or we could have pushed purple more. We have inhibitor. We don't have slowing bullets or bullet armor because we don't have the flex slots. So yeah, we're out of flex slots. So we can work on silencer. We're basically full build until they kill the last spirit walker in purple lane. So that's fun. You know, the match continues. All right, and we are 6-1. We kind of had a stupid death there, but it is what it is. You know, you can't be mad for dying on a build that promises you never die, as long as you stay in the back lanes, which I didn't do. Oh, hello, Bebop. What are you doing? He was like bombing something. I just want to fight Bebop. He's like, oh, what is he? What you doing, Bebop? I'm gonna read. Oh, hello. There you are, you little silly goober. All right, hello, Bebop. Yes, grab me. Please grab me so we can have a little trade. And where are you going? You're magic carpet eating away, really? Really? Okay. All right, well, you know, he's got 60 spirit resist. He's also got 2,900 HP. So we unfortunately didn't do much there, but he was forced to leave. He's like, I ain't messing with the Djinn. Okay, and by Djinn I mean Mirage. But he refers to himself as the Djinn. He's like, the Djinn. Or maybe he has the Djinn and he's just a guy. I think he's just a guy with a genie in a bottle. Bro, just like there's a YouTuber that actually solved the genie problem. It was real simple too. You make your first wish, or the genie has to tell you every little stipulation of how he can fuck you over with the wish. And you basically just have a conversation with the genie until you both agree on a wish that doesn't completely mess you up. Like, I want $1 million! And they're like, okay, here's 1 million doll hairs. No, I said dollars. Oh, well, you said doll hairs. Oops. Next wish, right? So, with that first wish, he will tell you, okay, so you know, if you make this wish, you're gonna get 1 million doll hairs. And he's like, well, okay, no, let's fix that. You work with the genie, right? And there you go. You just have to make sure not to accidentally point at your notebook with the list of wishes in it, and then the genie is like, I wish for that, and you point at your notebook, and then you get the notebook that you already had. So, oops. Good job wasting your wishes, doofus. And yes, that is directly copied from a comedic YouTube channel. I don't know the name. I think it's called Jake and something. I don't fucking know the name. But they make some bangers sometimes. I'm not subscribed. Oops, sorry. Maybe make more video game related content, I guess, and then I'll subscribe. Yes, I only subscribe to video game content. Too bad. If you don't like video games, then we're not compatible. Yeah, I know. Very schizo of me to say that, but hey, I stand behind my beliefs. Also, my team's getting their crap pushed in. I'm gonna unlock this beautiful, illustrious, what's this called? Flex slot. There we go. Let's teleport back to base. There we go, we're home. And we got slowing bullets. Yay. Now we slow even more. Uh-oh. They're killing the patron. Oh, hello, sniper lady. I'm gonna slowly pelt you with my bullets until you die of cancer. And, dude, look at them. They're just eating Djinn stacks. They don't realize. See, look. She died. She died of the Djinn stack. They're all about to die to it. And look at him. He had to dome up to not die to the Djinn mark. They're melting in there. They're just dying. What? Someone is hitting me from behind, and I don't know who it is or why. Alright. Yeah, we're getting ulted here. We might be in a little bit of... Oh, I popped up? That's weird. That's not supposed to happen. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get ulted here. That's fine. We're getting swapped. Look at that. We tanked all of that.
Nice work.
And they went after me and not any of my teammates because I'm the top farm. And we don't even have our improved bullshit yet. Which, yeah, I don't have either of those. I don't have room for either of those until I sell. So I'm just gonna get silencer and call it a day. That's so funny. You know, and yes, I should start selling and, you know, fill out the late game items here, and that would make it even more ridiculous. But you can see, this is 5v6. They stood there, not like your auto attacks don't hurt them, and so they're looking at their life bar and like, oh, I'm fine. And then they just pop, they're dead. They're dead. And they don't understand what caused that to happen till they look at their death log and they say, Djinn's mark, 10 million bajillion quadrillion damage. 20 decillion owed to Russia by Google. Have y'all heard about that? Apparently Russia has fined Google $20 decillion, which is like 100 trillion is about the incomplete global amount of money in the world. Or some shit. I don't even know if that's correct. That doesn't sound correct. But, bro, like, if Russia fines you, just be like, I'm not gonna pay it. What are they gonna do? Get mad, stomp their feet, and cross their arms? Okay, yeah. Did they really think that, like, a company's just gonna give them money because they said so? Like, excuse me? Yeah, try to grab me, Bebop. It ain't gonna work. I kind of want to fight the Bebop. Oh, yeah, he's over here. Let's go. Let's do a little 1v1. What are you doing? He knows that I can't really kill him, I guess? I'll steal your jungle. I'll finish that off. Oh, your magic carpet. Magic carpet. It's like the magic school bus, but it's a carpet, and there's less school children. Yeah. Look how much damage I chunked him for. Alright, we got a 2v1 now. We got, what's his name? Shiv.
I'm under attack.
I'm under attack, brother. Shiv is now, like, I love that you can see where they're at. You shoot them once and you walk away. 10 seconds later, they show up on your map. You can teleport to them. Diddle them if you want. Oh, man. Don't diddle them. Just shoot them. Just give them the Djinn's mark. There we go. I forgot to kill that creep. Alright, purple lane's put, like, I'm full farm. I don't need to farm anymore. Why am I farming? I'm 71k at 42 minutes. Alright. It's too much. Alright, we need to start getting rid of stuff. I need some tankiness, so I'm gonna get rid of, Enchantress Barrier. I know. Sucks. But we have to do it, so we survive the onslaught of the enemy. You see that they're almost building all spirit. There's only one bullet carry, or two. But they're all spirit about, so yeah, we need spirit armor more. Also, the team fight is in blue lane, and I'm over here in purple. Alright, so, again, this is what it's all about. We sit in the back, and we pelt the enemy. They're in a damn snow globe right now. Okay, now they're not. And we pelt them, and it ricochets to all of them, and they all blow up and die. And that's the game. That's literally the game. They get Djinn marked, and they die. And then we oh, I could teleport to the Lash, maybe. Maybe. Hello, Bebop, who is ulting and getting all that life steal from his ult. Get Djinn marked. Look at that, he's dead. Just he falls to the ground and he just instantly died. Granted, I didn't get the killing blow there, but I did the majority of his damage. You're gonna see at the end of this match how much damage I deal to enemy heroes. And all I'm doing is shooting them from maximum range with left click, and I'm not even using scarabs. I'm not, like, I could be throwing scarabs. I could be throwing my alchemical fire and shit. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't need to. Right? I'm just holding left click and they're blowing the hell up. Right? It's just that simple. It's that shrimple. I don't know why I said shrimple. I'm not Moan Krill, but whatever. I have nothing to do with shrimps. Still don't have that last flex slot, brother. Alright, looks like my team's pushing in. And can we do mid-boss with this build? It's not really advised. I don't really recommend that you do. But, you know, probably. I mean, you deal a lot of damage. It just takes a bit to ramp up. You know, it takes like 6 whole seconds to hit if you're slapping constantly. Oh, hello, Lash. Are you ulting me? Like, just, you're not a threat, Lash. Like, you're just dead. Run away. Please run. Okay, you didn't have to ult. Dude. The lashes is always ulted by this Moe and Krill. It's like a cartoon gag at this point. It's getting a little redundant here. Siphon Bullets, I'm gonna say goodbye to Cold Front. Alright, Siphon Bullets is real fun. It's super dirty with this build, especially if you can prolong the game and get those perma buffs stacked. It gets real nasty. Alright, I still want Spirit Armor though. That's like my next buy. And then our final flex slot will be Colossus. Even though that's useful in and of itself. Maybe even more so due to the HP bonus, but who cares. I just like the flat resist. It just lets you play smoother, easier, I guess.
The urn has been bought.
The urn has been dropped. It's like a football announcer. The football has been dropped. I don't watch football, and I'm talking about either soccer or American hand egg, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. Sports are stupid. Yes, they are. They are stupid. Fight me on this. Fight me in the comment section. I want you to. I want that engagement. But no, I honestly believe that if you're not wealthy, then you shouldn't be wasting time watching sports, but whatever. Oh, mid boss is dropping down. Is the please give it to the enemy? Yes, good. Good. Yes, that's right. Now we run back to base and we play defense, and my whole team dies. It was a 5v6 anyway, but hey, we got the jar, the urn. We got the urn, brothers. Alright, I gotta get rid of Alchemical Fire here, which sucks. I love Alchemical Fire, but we need that tankiness. We are now 59 bullet, 65 spirit, and yeah, we're a beefy boy. So here's the problem. There's none of my team is here to actually like absorb the enemy aggro. And yeah, this is what happens. We get thrown all over the damn place. And I'm in a Kelvin bubble. I'm gonna silence Kelvin. I'm gonna silence everybody. Oh, I think they're just dead. There's the Bebop ult up in the sky, which I need to get out of, or I'm dead. Okay, we're just gonna heal just a tiny bit and get back in there. I can maybe tornado them to stop this. But other than that, I think they might just have they're just patron rushing. Like, they can't kill us. And, they can't kill us, but, I can kill all of them. And I'm just spreading this everywhere. Look at that. They're, like, all on me, right? And they're... Okay, there we go. I want to show you the damage that we dealt. 57,000, 20 assists, 84,000 souls farmed in 47 minutes. Now, again, if we didn't have a freaking lever... That was super winnable. Easily winnable. Okay. I died, well, at the very end there. It doesn't count that, but I died the one time. Alright. The objective damage, I didn't split push really, except once for a little bit, for like half the health of a walker. Who cares? We have the haze dealing tons of damage. You're not going to out DPS a haze, let's be real here, but again, we deal ass loads of damage. Way more than the Moe and Krill. And the menace, which is odd. We outformed the whole enemy team. We outdamaged the whole enemy team, right? Like, this build is just stupid ridiculous, but because we're down a whole player, we can't, like, hold the line, so to speak, and then they all fought over the mid-boss for some stupid reason, which I could have went in there and probably killed them all anyway, but yeah. They would have all died if the game didn't end right there. I just want to point out how ridiculously stupid this build is. It's a lot of fun. It's really funny when all the enemies just pop and die. Because they don't realize it happens. They don't realize Mirage is the newest hero. And so people don't know how he works. They don't understand. He just explodes people when it's too late. Like, oh, I have 12 stacks. I guess I'm dead. Pop. And anyway, that's the video. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, you're gonna not be invited to any Halloween parties next year. Ooh, spooky.